Hello and welcome to another advent of code running on Serenity OS and using jakt. So I guess we should look at the problem. Number 9, day number 9. So I tried doing that before because the timer was a bit funny, so we'll just have to do one of these cache busting things. Right, so the problem is, I'll in the background start day 9, and so the problem is the road creaks as you walk along it. Right, so you're crossing that bridge, that's right. Wait, there was a bridge? No, we just made a tree house. But right, so there is a bridge and we're trying to cross it. So we might want to figure out. Right, so we're going to model rope physics. That sounds fun. And right, rope not at each end, head, tail. And if it gets pulled far enough, then it goes through. Right, what are these plank lengths? I can't remember from high school maybe. Positions in the knot. Right. Right, so the head and tail must always be touching, right. Right, so we're kind of just pulling this along and it should keep the tail always touching, so we can just move the head and kind of move it. And there's probably some rules on which direction we go in. Yeah, like this one, it went diagonal. Right, so if they're not if they're in the same row or column, they just move one, but if they're not in either, then they go diagonally. That makes sense. Work out where the tail goes. This is probably my example input, so what I might do is R4, might just do and maybe a do something like that, and then something like that. So that's our example input. We'll get the output at some point. It will start with part 1, I guess. Right, and so this is, right, up, left, down, number of steps. So that's reasonably easy to parse, and to start with, I guess it always starts in that bottom corner. On this S is where we start. Doesn't really say that, or I could just be skipping too quick. Right, so this we'll move it 4, so S is where we start, and I guess we might be figuring out where we end up. Oh, we can overlap. Right. After something in a row, count up all the positions the tail visited at least once. Yeah, that's probably possible. And it's 13 is the example input. And I might quit that, and just because I'm not really doing it in there, I'll just comment that out, and we just have to work it out ourselves. In fact, maybe instead of doing that, you can edit and they gosh, I want that they jakt. Right, that's probably fine. Right, so we can probably get rid of this. Always on top now, and I'll go back to Hack Studio. I was using that in the last one, and I see that it's kind of just auto updated that. I like that. And we'll scroll back up to this grid. So yeah, I kind of wonder how big the grid needs to be, and whether we kind of need to store it, because like we could kind of just grow as we go. We have to work out where the tail goes. Yeah, it's probably easier with a grid. So what would we call this? It's kind of like yeah, well, actually no, we don't really need to actually store it at all if we're just counting it, but then part 2 could come back to bite me if that's the case. I was thinking what we could do is just kind of have a map or a dictionary of visited state, or even just a visited state, and it takes the XY coordinate of where the tail is, so it could be 0, 0 for S, I guess. And then as you move, you basically just you work out where the new XY for the head and the tail is going to be, and then you add that tail to the set, and then you just count how much is in that dictionary. So yeah, I think I like that. So we will need that visited, and it's going to be a dictionary of maybe I'll point, and it can have U64. How do we do this? We do X and U64, and Y can also be U64, I guess. And our dictionary is going to be point to a boo, like that. And that can just be a dictionary of point to bool initialized. And print line part 1. So the answer will just be visited dot size, I guess. Right. Interesting that we've like scrolled, but there's no horizontal scroll bar to scroll back, and we have like overlapping gutter things. But can use the mouse to kind of scroll back. I wonder if it's to do with my gigantic terminal font as well, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Might be a bug. I kind of want to come back and visit some of these bugs, probably after I do the admin, but I might do it during if this is a particularly easy one. So, what do we need to do? We probably need to like move a, they call it a rope, so like, yeah, one, I'll do this, what do you call it? Snake case? I've done the, well, actually no, I have that read line, so I'll do that. Move the rope, and what are we going to take? We're probably going to take that visited. Actually, I guess we don't need to pass it, but we probably need to pass it a head, and that can be a point, and tail can also be a point, and it will return. I wonder if we can have like a tuple. I might go back to, well, I might go to the source code of jakt and look at samples tuples, and I want to kind of see, well, like what we can do with it, because yeah, we can return stuff like that. Yeah, so we can return a tuple like that. That sounds good. Cool. So I'll go back to this, and we'll just return a tuple of a point and a point, and that is going to have that, and maybe we will. Yeah, we kind of just new head, and that's going to, it's going to be head somewhere. New tail equals tail, and we can return a tuple of new head and new tail, and when we move the rope, we can just kind of set it. Yeah, we need like a to-do here. So we probably also need a direction of which way we're going. Where'd my input go? It was where we were. Yeah, so we need like an input direction. And I guess we could have that maybe as a stroke. I kind of like that because it'll look. I want like an enum, yeah. So I'm kind of wanting to experiment a bit more with the. Like the how you do stuff, I guess. Right, so enum can kind of be a struct as well. That's kind of cool. Right. Right, it's not that an empty enum, that's fine. And we can have functions on it. That's cool. Yeah, so I probably just want an enum kind of like this. direction, and it's going to have up. Maybe just like that, left, right, and what was the syntax for functions? Function, in fact, I think there was another one that oh yeah, we can do stuff like that. I forgot that. But I kind of want that I can like kind of pass it what it is, or like construct it. Right, I'm not really seeing what I want. Yeah, it might just be a separate thing. So this can take a non-b of u8. So we're just going to take a byte, and we're going to return a direction. And we can probably match on b. And I'll just remind myself on that syntax. So if it is a yeah, I wonder if that will work. CD that. Right, and I kind of want to run that, but not on everything. Thanks, just on day 9, and just for example, because I think it still just cats it out. But yeah, cool. Right, matched and wasn't exhaustive. That's right, but I want this. Yeah, I wonder if I will pass it as a C char. That's not what I want. Off by 1. C char. And I think you can like have some syntactical sugar that it will just like magically do it. But and right. And need like a default so I think you can do something like this. Gosh, that's not what I wanted. Yep, and try that. Right, it doesn't know that because we need to say it is a direction, direction, and I think that was the format. I didn't want to scroll there. Right, so that can go there. And that can go there. What don't we like here? do some. Yeah, I think we need to do some of that, which I'll just do that. Do we need like put brackets around these? Oh, I'm just at a bit of a loss. Where was one of those like simple ones? Oh, actually, where was one with? I'm overcomplicating it. So I'll get rid of the sum thing. And just have an unknown. Them would be kind of good here. This was direction unknown. And it didn't like this. Do we do like else's for that? What do we want? Sample then match. Yeah, match. Yeah, we have like an else. I forgot that. Else. Right, try that. Didn't like that because we need to close off the function. It's cool that it like could give me errors even though like the syntax was just bad. Cool, so this will get us to, we're still just printing out the stuff like that, but what we can do now is we can parse the direction and we can get point, and we've got a move rope thing. So we have like an assert. No, we don't have like an assert, but what I could do, no, I'll just keep it as a comment. It'll just have the wrong answer. I was thinking I'd like make it fail, but that's right. So right, so every line we need to, so we can actually do that tuple thing. We can let direction and count equal line dot split. Something like that. And actually no, I'll keep it how I have been doing it because I want these types to be different. Split. Right, so we split that there, then we want let direction equal, that's going to be the split 0, but we probably want to go direction, not dictionary, direction pass, and that will give us a direction, I guess, and we also want the count to be splits 1.2 int bang, because we're just going to assume it is. Line mir equals, and I'm going to change that to just count equals that one, just because there is a bit less to type. Cool, so that might do some stuff. No, it doesn't like that. Right. Because we wanted cchar. Right, so here we're going to go byte at 1 is bang cchar. Right, that looks good. So now we're going to be parsing that, and we probably want our initial point. So we probably want a head, and that can just be point. Something crashed. What we get? I is less than m dot length. So I guess the split failed, maybe. Print line split equals. Tell me what you look like. Byte at 0. Found the bug, so no worries. Right, so point, we're going to have x is that, and we're going to have the tail equal same thing. And we're going to want to, for I in 0 dot count, that might complain, but that's alright. We will want to do our move rope, and we're going to pass it our head. I guess we could. No, we'll return like new things. Yeah, because we're like adding it to a thing. So we'll pass it the head and the tail and the dir, and we never added the dir to this, which is going to be a direction. And that is going to return us, I wonder if we can go head, tail, like that, and also go visited dot, or just like visited tail equal true. I wonder if we can do something like that. Right, didn't like that. Simon, alright, that's fine because, alright, they both are mutable, but I guess we can't do it like that. So I guess we can have something like that, and head equal rect dot 0 and tail equal rect dot 1. Will you let me do that? Yeah, you will let me do that. Right, so I think this is some good. Right, I thought it was some good boilerplate, but it doesn't like something. We need to like have a hash on the dictionary of these points. I wonder if I go back to where I was, samples dictionaries, and have a look at these. In fact, if we go for get grep of what did it complain about? hash in samples dictionaries. There is nothing, but if we grep for hash, I wonder if we have some things here. Set.h there, the .h, so I wonder if we just search for jakt files that have a hash. Samples, traits, basic, and hash. I wonder if we just add a hash to the point. Function hash, and what is it meant to take? Just like this. And what are we meant to return on that? U64. I wonder if we complete hashable. I wonder if that just kind of exists. And is that the way we're meant to do it? We're meant to do it like that. And right, I'll see if this does it. Nah, we can't. But what we can do is just put that there and use it before, and we just need to return something. So we'll build like a hash function there, and hopefully this doesn't have C++ errors. It still does. Cool. Right. Yeah, I think I need to kind of have a look and see how this hashing does, and I think that'll be best done off screen. So what I might do, because I kind of want to keep this visited set idea because, I don't know, it looks nice. So I'll leave it here, and I'll come back to this in another video. But here's a good boilerplate of getting stuff up and going. So until then, see ya.